Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we're going to make 6 Christmas cards. I love at Christmas time, well, the run up to Christmas time, giving friends and family sets of 6 cards to send to people. I've got lots of colleagues and friends at work who really enjoy having Christmas cards and having a set to send to people. And I like keeping them on hand. So I thought we would make some very simple, quick and easy Christmas cards. And I'll show you what we're using. So first thing we're using is the Tidings of Christmas 6x6 designer series paper. Now this is in the autumn winter mini catalogue, and I've got it in a bigger bag because it comes in a fairly flimsy plastic, so it falls out, so I had to throw that away, but I had another bag. And you've got I've taken some of them out because I'm using them, but you've got different colorways. So let me show you the cherry cobbler. You've got soft succulent and evening evergreen, rather nice in the trees. I think those are lovely. You've got this lovely one. I really like this. This is the evening evergreen with misty moonlight, little berries and things like that. So really pretty papers. We've then got this one with sort of hollies and berries and things. So these are more sort of on the white spectrum. And we've got quite a lot of white in there. Another one with lovely berries and things, which is very pretty on that side. And then you've got a lovely, and it's Sahara sand on this side. Now if I turn this over, you've got little green leafy pattern on that side. Turn this one over, whoops, got a few of those put on there, haven't we? They need to go in there now. So on the opposite of that side, you've got another Sahara sand with little stars and things. Beautiful, because being pale, you can actually stamp on it as well if you want to. So other side of this one, you've got this, which is mint macaron. Again, I think it's lovely. Then we've got on this side is evening evergreen. So, you know, match those up together. Just lovely. Opposite of the trees, we've got, oops, pick those ones up. Oh, get my finger in underneath, it doesn't want to work. Right, opposite of the trees, you've got red stripes, and the opposite of this lovely cherry cobbler little sprigs is green stripes. So you've got a really rather nice varied pack of papers that you can use for your Christmas cards and things. So that's what we're using on there. We're using these. I really like these ones. These are wonderful snowflakes, again in the autumn winter, and I'm quite pleased. Normally we've had snowflakes and things, or doilies and little things like that, and they come already separated off. These come in sheets like this, so you actually just take the piece out, which is, you know, it's quite easy to just take it out of its little bit like that. And we are going to be using this one, or we're going to be using those on each one of the cards. So, you know, one of these is, you get 2, 4, 6, so one sheet you get 6 on there, and they're, you probably can't see, but they're sort of iridescent, so that you get all of those sort of colours coming through. But the interesting thing is that you've got all of this space in between, so with the lovely starlit punch, you can punch out lots of these lovely iridescent ones and not go to waste. You can also use this as one of them as a stencil. So, you know, ways of using them as well, but that's what we're using. So I can put that out of the way there. We are then using the Basic white note cards and envelopes. I love the note cards and envelopes because you get 20 in a pack. So you get 20 envelopes and you get 20 note cards. And they're absolutely perfect to send for nice size Christmas cards. They really are lovely and they're so quick and easy. And then, rather than making a box for them to all go into, we are going to be using the mini paper pumpkin boxes. Very easy to put together, and you get 10 of those. So, you know, you can make 10 lots of Christmas cards or boxes of Christmas cards really quickly, simply and easily. So I've done some of it in preparation because otherwise we will be here until Christmas. No, we won't, but you know what I mean. So I've tried to sort of speed some of it along. I've made up my box. Okay, very easy, very simple, and it opens up. I'm going to decorate it, and I've cut some of the pieces out already. So I'm going to just put some of this out. Whoops. So we can, you know, start putting it together as we go. So I've made one, so we can see what we're sort of looking at and to see how quick and easy it is. So this is the one that I've made, and I've just tied some ribbon down on the side, put the iridescent snowflake in, and I've stuck it all down. I think next time I'm just going to put it down with a glue dot or even maybe a dimensional and have it sort of floating a bit more. And then I've just put 3 little pearls on there. So you can see how it just makes a pretty card very simply and easily. So this is all about quick, simple and easy. So I have we're going to do 6. So we're going to do 2 with the Sahara sand and the Sahara sandpaper. We're going to do 2 with the Misty Moonlight. I could have used the Evening Evergreen, but I wanted to actually pick up this lovely blue on here. So we're going to do 2 with that, and we're going to do 2 with the Cherry Cobbler. So these are the, I've only got 1 piece of paper on here. I have cut 2. Have I got the other? Oh yes, I've got the other one in on here. Right, okay. So let's do the Misty Moonlight one first. Measurements and sizes, that might be useful. Bear with me a second, I've just put it over on the other side where I was doing my cuttings and things. So you have your, let's take the, okay, so these are your note cards, okay, and the mat, so the Misty Moonlight piece, all of the mats are cut at 4 7/8 of an inch, 4 7/8 by 3 3/8, and then the pattern paper I've cut at 4 5/8, and then to have taken it into a half would have been 3 1/8, but I wanted to get 2 out of 1 piece of 6 by 6, so I've cut it in 3. So cut the 6 by 6 in half, and then cut it by 4 5/8. Okay, so that, if I put that there, 4 7/8 by 3 3/8, 4 5/8 by 3 1/8, that gives you the exact measurement to give the pattern paper to go exactly in on this layer. However, we're using 6 by 6s, so take that one to 3 inches. It will give you a little bit of extra at the side, but we can work with that. So what we're going to do is, on these ones, fairly simply, oh, it's going to pour with rain. It suddenly got very dark. I'm just going to put my light on. I don't like putting my light on very much, but you have to when it starts getting really dark. Okay, so with this, it's going to be a really quick and simple put together. So we're going to have, can do them both at the same time because I want to get 6 done fairly quickly because I'm going to be doing quite a few of these, and I just wanted to show you different ideas with them, and you can then take them where you want. So we want this is going to come in, and we want the border to be the right size border on there. So I tend to do it this way round because then that makes it easier for me to see the border in on there. And we've just got our extra little piece down on that side. And then I'm going to do exactly the same with this one. So we've got 2 of them. And we'll put this on. There isn't really a direction on this paper, which is quite nice. You can have it whichever way up you want. So we're going to put this one again in on that side, like that. Okay, so you can see you've got an extra little bit down on the side here. And for this one, what I've done is I've just cut I think it's 1/4 inch. Yes, it is. I've just cut 1/4 inch of glimmer paper, and we're going to put that down on the side, and I'm doing it right the way up to the top. I could just do it to there, but I think I want to have it as you would ribbon all the way up. So we're just going to glue that on. And that's going to come in on here, and I'm just going to make sure that that gives exactly the right border from one side to the other. So that's one piece, and then I'm going to do this on the other. You know, do whatever you want to add your sort of just a little bit of extra embellishment to it, because if you're just using papers and a sentiment, it's all about the extra little bits that you put on that makes it changes it from a simple card to a very pretty card. Just need to take that little piece off, it's just a little bit longer. There we go. Okay, so we've now got these, and these can then go in on our card bases. So let me just put these in like this. I'm nearly at the end of this glue, but there's just about enough to go through. So have the glue up. Whoops, sorry, I don't want to knock my camera. So we'll have this up here, and this gives us just about 1/8 inch border on there, which is nice. Okay, so that's that one. And let me just get another one out. This is why it's so good to use these, the notelets, because they are very inexpensive, are lovely quality, and you can make series of cards really quickly and easily. So we'll put this one in on here. Exactly the same. I like using wet glue, as you know, because it allows me a bit of wiggle room to make sure I've got everything straight. Okay, so that's those two with the lovely little bit of twinkly on the side, and then I need to put the iridescent snowflake in on the center. So I'm going to put this in with, I think I'm just going to put it in with a glue dot, because I don't think I need it to be high, but I don't want it to be, I don't want it up with a dimensional, I don't think, because that will mean it will catch a bit more. So I'm just going to do it with a little glue dot. So let's take this in the centre with a glue dot. There we go. And then I want to have the shorter pieces at the side, because that's the bit that we're going to cover with, there we go, that's better. That's the bit that we're going to cover with a sentiment. So let's get another one out. I hope this isn't dazzling the screen, because it is quite bright and this iridescent is quite pretty. It sort of gives a rainbowy look. So take that one out. There. I'm going to take the other ones out while we're at it, because otherwise I'll be faffing about with them and won't get them in. Okay, so that's one. So as I say, I'm using a whole sheet, 6, which will give me 1 box of cards, which I think is very, very good value. You know, I love the way that Stampin' Up stuff coordinates so well together. Okay, so we'll have this one. This one's going to go in with another glue dot. Put it in. Oh dear, the weather is terrible. It's pouring with rain. So put this one in. Can I see where it goes? There we go. Put that in the middle. Whoops, didn't pull that one off, did I? Take the little thing off. Yes, you can definitely tell it is it's autumn now. The clocks go back this tonight. So, or when you see it tonight, I'm doing this a couple of days, or Friday, but when it will be live to you tomorrow, and the clocks go, what is it, fall back, so the clocks go back an hour, so it's darker in the evenings and lighter in the mornings. But I really don't like that much. Okay, so that's really pretty. All we need to do is to put a sentiment on, and we'll do the sentiments at the end. So that's those two. Then we're going to do the, where's the, these ones. So these are the 2 paler ones, which I thought were rather nice. Now I'm going to do something really different with these ones, because I love the colours on these. So we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to take our pieces. Now this one is directional. You can see that these little sprigs and things climb up. So we need to make sure that that's the right way round. And because this is neutral, we can team it with whatever we want. So, oh, come on, are we nearly at the end? Are we going to get any more glue out of this, or have we had it? Oh, we might have had it. Always difficult. I hate wasting stuff, and I will always try and get the very last little bits of glue, but I think that's really had it. So bear with me a second while I get another one out. This one again is an opened one, so I'll have to see how much we've got left in here. Have we got some in here as well? Right, stop faffing about. 2 lots of glue that are nearly empty, so let me just get a brand new one out. Thankfully, glue is one of the things that I always make sure that I have lots of, because I don't want it to ever run out, because I do use, as you all know, a lot of Tombow. So right, new one. Oh, beautiful. So it's quite satisfying, isn't it, when you use the glue for the first time when it's new. Okay, so we've got to make sure that this is going to go up the right way. So get the pattern right, and as I say, I prefer to do it this way because I find it easier. So as I say, we're going to have that extra little piece down on that side, and that's purely because I want to give some extra decoration to that side. And we are going to use, and you can use anything you want really, but I just happened to fancy using the braided ribbon, and it's just jade, so it's gold and braided ribbon. And because these are neutral, we can use whatever colour we want. So I'm going to put, we need 2 pieces, and we're going to take them down like that, just a little bit over. And then we're going to do exactly the same with this one. To there. And then we need to use, have I got it here or have I put it away? There it is. I want to use my stamp and seal. Now I'm going to tie a bow in underneath this, so I'm going to just put a little bit of the seal up at the top and a bit down at the bottom, like that, so I can then put it across like that. Do exactly the same with this one. So I'm doing them 2 at a time because that's the easiest way for it to work out. Apart from this, I still think it is, I miss our snail tremendously. I think this was probably the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest mistake, this stamp and seal. It's nothing like how the snail was, and it really is not. You have to roll it on every single time, which is a bit of a bore. So as I say, so I don't use it very often. I only use it for ribbon because it is the sort of thing that you do need it with ribbon, but you have to literally roll it round every single time. And even all the people that are, you know, using it a lot, the amount of times that I see everybody has to roll it round, and I'm thinking, you shouldn't have to do that. But that's my little pet beef. I don't like the stamping seals or the Seal Plus. I think they are probably one of the, they weren't one of the better decisions. There we go. Right, so I mean, they do what they're supposed to do, but it's just a bit of a faff to do it, rolling it round manually. It should, you know, I really liked the our snail. It made a lovely noise. Okay, so we've now got this to here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to make up myself a little bit of a bow. Now, as you know, I'm not very good at tying bows, so this is going to be a knot. But because we've got this piece in on here, what we can do is we can take this up and just tie it in a knot. So we need about, and I'm going to measure it and just cut it off on each one. So we're going to have one like this. I can always give it a angle the bow when we get to that bit, but I just want to get this in, and this gives you a very simple, easy bow that still looks quite pretty. So we literally just tie it round like that, and then turn it and tie it onto that bit. You can put it as tight as you want or not. And then all I'm doing is I'm going to take this and just give it a nice little fray on each angle on each one, and then that stops it from fraying. There we go. So that gives us just a nice little bit. That's a bit long actually, that one needs to come a bit shorter. There we go. Get that little bit off of there. There we've got that one running nicely on there, and we can do exactly the same on this one. I've got a little bit of red ribbon I think on there. So just tuck it in underneath, and all you do is just turn it over. So there's me, who I'm not good at doing bows, don't like doing bows. I find they don't ever sit nicely on a card when I'm doing them, but this is a really easy, simple, easy way of doing it, because all you're doing is tying a little knot in on the center, and then you can just cut your ribbon where you want it, so you have your little fray piece. And as I say, I will do this on cards quite happily, because it's not a complicated one to do. Oh, I've got that bit sticking out on there. Okay, so that's our two pieces like that. And then, and because it's got the gold in it, it is quite Christmassy. Then I'm going to put these on again. So this is going to have the glue dots, which are here. But I'm as guilty as I think quite a few of us are, that I don't use as many embellishments and things as I should. I certainly don't use as much designer series paper as I should, and I tend to sort of, you know, do my own backgrounds and do all of those things. However, when it comes to making lots of Christmas cards, or again, if you're doing craft fairs and things like that, you want to do things that are quick and easy, but look beautiful as well. And I think these are the sort of thing that it is really easy to do and quick, and yet they look beautiful. So let me just get the others, because I've put my 6 cards out, so these ones can go on here. And again, just make sure that you cover where you've got your ribbon and things. Now this is where you can put dimensionals on to bring the card up if you want to. I tend not to, as you know. I will make sure that I've got good glue coverage on there so it will stick down, but I do like to just put things in directly as they should. Okay, so that's going to go down there. Oh, I need to tuck that little bit in, don't I? That little bit of ribbon was just fraying out on the edge, but again, you know, tuck that in nicely. And that's that one. I tend to give it a little bit of a crease down on the side, because where the ribbon is, it will take a little moment to go on. But that's that one, and put this one on this one as well. These are my envelopes. Where am I? Make sure that I've got my little box with them all in. So those are the envelopes. They're all envelopes. Right, there's one card there. Am I short one? I must be short one. Okay, I'll have to get one more out to do this, which is fine. So this is then going to go on to here. Get my glue in. This is a lovely thing. We do some beautiful ribbons. So our ribbons and accessories are lovely. And as I say, I tend to overlook so many of them, and you know, they are really lovely to use. It's one of those things that you can make a card into something really rather special, literally just by adding some little extras to it. And this is one of the extras that I think is really lovely. Okay, so that's we're almost there. We've got our last one to do, which is going to be this is the cherry cobbler. So this one, I think I cut it exactly the right size. I did. So we can actually just put that one in. Like this. And again, make sure you've got the little bits going up to the top. Which is rather nice. And with this one, I had done the red I'm just looking at ideas and things. I'd done the on this one I'd done the red ribbon, so I've put that one in with the metallic cherry cobbler metallic ribbon, which I think is rather nice. So I'm going to put, let me find, now I could have cherry cobbler, I could just have gold on it. Should we have one with just gold? No, I do like it with the red. I think that's really rather nice, isn't it? So let's get the red one. Squeezing over to the other side of my desk. Where have I got it? So this is these are metallic ribbons, and this is the cherry cobbler and gold. And again, exactly the same thing. So I'm just going to cut it just a little bit over. Then we'll take our seal and put that down, one on one side, one on the other. Put the ribbon in over the top like that. Do the other side. But you can see, you can start almost getting like a conveyor belt way of doing this. I'm putting that in. Oops. Sure I get that little bit of, I say the metallic ribbons do fray quite a bit, but it's one of those things, you know, it's just the way it is. So we're going to take this in underneath, and it'll need to be about, do it to about there. So you can do this with virtually any of the ribbons. As I say, just sort of twist it in underneath, give it a pull, and I say I turn it sideways so I can get the ribbon and just pull it across like that, and then we can have this one in on this way like that, this one on this way like that. There we go. So we've got the ribbon on there, and then we've just got our one little snowflake to go in with a glue dot. Get that in the center. And then we've got some really rather pretty, simple, easy cards. Like that. I need to put this onto another one. Let me just get my cards out. Let's leave another card blank. So they come like this really easily, and you just literally fold them in half. You can get your bone folder if you want to, but you can just like fold them and they're absolutely perfect. Then we'll put this in on here and get my fingers in underneath. So I'll put this one in. But I haven't even used, I've only used 3 sheets, which is not, you know, a huge amount of the designer series paper, and it's 6 by 6 as well, so it is quite a an easy way to use it, and it really is. It's just the lovely sentiments and things that you're going to put on it that will just make it beautiful. So we've now got our cards made, so let's move some of these rubbishy little pieces out of the way. Little bits of glue stuck to me. And we have, so we've got 2 red, put the envelopes back in there. So we've got 2 red, we've got 2 of the Sahara sand. I keep wanting to say crumb cake, Sahara sand, but with that lovely jade and gold ribbon. And then we've got this one, which has just got glimmer paper on it. So we need some sentiments. So on this one, we need them to be done in Misty Moonlight. So we need 2 with Misty Moonlight. We need 2 with Just Jade, because I want to pick up the Just Jade. And we want 1 in Cherry Cobbler. So let me get my scrappy pieces, because what I want to do is, so I always have my scraps to do my sentiments. We want Misty Moonlight, that's Misty Moonlight. We want Just Jade, which is there. So that's Just Jade, and we want Cherry Cobbler, which is in on that one. Right, so those are the colours, and the good thing about Stampin' Up! Is that it's the coordination, and that's what makes it really beautiful. We then need to find some sentiments. I don't want anything that's too big, so let me just have a quick look and see what I've got sentiment wise. Probably one of these ones will work. Merry Christmas, that's quite a nice small one, isn't it? And Let's Celebrate. So let's have a that's the right way around. Merry Christmas, that's one of them. And Let's Celebrate, where's that one? Is that it? That looks like Let's Celebrate, doesn't it? Let's Celebrate. Okay, so those are the 2 sentiments we're going to have. And I just need that block, which I think will work. Let's move these out of the way a minute. So we'll have, let's do the Let's Celebrate first of all. Okay, and we'll do that in the Misty Moonlight. And I want small ones because I want them to go across. So let's put that in here like that. Let's Celebrate. And then I'm going to take out the punch. This has retired, but as I keep saying, I'm not using it anymore because I really like it, and it works perfectly for little ones like this. So that's going to go on there. That's a Let's Celebrate. Let's do the, we want to Let's Celebrate in, my Simply Chamois out. So we'll clean this off, and then we can do all the stamping in the same one. So that's the Misty Moonlight. Then we want to, right, open this one, and that's the Just Jade. So we'll have a Let's Celebrate in, oops, missed the little swirl on that, turn it over. There we go, Let's Celebrate. I do love the fonts on these things with little bits of swirls and stuff up. I think are lovely, particularly at Christmas time. Just adds it. So you need to take that right to the bottom so the swirl comes to the top like that. So that's that one on the other one, and we'll have one in the Cherry Cobbler. I'll put that back for a minute. So just one more in the Cherry Cobbler, and this is why I said I always keep my little scrappy pieces like this, because they work so well. This is quite a juicy one, this, because I've only just got this ink pad. Let's Celebrate. Right, so that's all I need to do with that one. I've only got one bit of, I hope I didn't just catch that with, no I didn't. I thought I just caught the side of it with my ink pad, but I hadn't. So let's do this one. Let's Celebrate. I have to go quiet when I'm doing this because I like to get them straight. Okay, so that's that one. Got a bit of ribbon stuck on my finger with the glue. Let's just peel that off. So we're now going to have the Merry Christmas, and that's going to be in, oops, turn that over. So we need to have this in whatever, I think that's the Misty Moonlight coming in here, but let's put it about like that. Merry Christmas. And we'll take this one in on here, and it'll just fit nicely. So that's a blue one, and then we just need one more in the Just Jade, then we can put them all together. And then all we've got to do is to decorate the box. And we've then got our set of cards and decorated box. So that's the Just Jade. Put that in there. So you can see you can get into quite a bit of a production line, make them all, pop them in the box. You've got your envelopes and cards and everything already done. It's very simple and easy to do, but I think it makes beautiful cards. So we're going to put these on with mini dimensionals because I want to have these sticking up a bit. So let me just get my I got my box there, I'm not sure. I've just got a, there we go. I'm going to have to open a new pack of mini dimensionals to save me getting my box out, because it's probably hiding somewhere, but when I'm crafting I tend to have everything out all together and I don't always see all the little bits. Okay, so these we're just going to put some dimensionals on, and oh, I think the sun's starting to come out again. It's that, I keep saying I will show you my craft area one day, and I will do, because I look out, I have my craft area in my back room, family room, which faces onto the garden, so I can look out and see all the lovely trees and things, which are all turning very autumnal at the moment, and all the leaves are starting to fall from the trees because it's very windy today. And it's one of those things that, you know, once it starts getting windy, you know that autumn's on its way. And we have over here on November the 5th is bonfire night, Guy Fawkes Day, and Guy Fawkes was a man who attempted to blow up the Houses of Parliament many years ago, and we celebrate by having fireworks, the same as you will have fireworks on July the 4th if you're in America, and so we have bonfire night with fireworks and things, and you can always tell that as soon as it comes to that sort of time of year, it just suddenly stops being autumn and starts really to come into winter. Okay, so that's the Misty Moonlight, and we've got this one that says just let's celebrate, so that one can go in on here, and I'm just putting it literally in the center like that. We should have another blue one. There we are. Merry Christmas on this one. And that's all you really need. You know, you can put some extra twinklies if you want, but I think that these make just beautiful, very simple, very pretty Christmas cards that don't take a huge amount of time to make, and just adding your pretty papers, and you can use whatever Christmas papers you've got. I've got some other ones that I'm going to be showing you later on with another set, but you can see how everything just coordinates together beautifully, and it really is rather lovely to have them all in one set. So you've got your set in your box with your envelopes, and then, as I say, you know, you can decorate the top how you want, and I'll show you what I will do, although I'm not going to show it on here because we've decorated boxes and things before. I might on another one, but there won't be enough time. So what I would do is I would take, let's just put these in here for now to just sort of show you. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these inside. So we've got two of these ones, the Let's Celebrate, two of the cherry cobbler, and then two of the evening evergreen and misty moonlight. And it's funny, we'll all have ones that are our favourites, and I must admit this is my absolute favourite. So what I would do is, on the front of the box, I will put one of these cards, obviously just the front piece. So I will make a piece. It's going to need to be a little bit longer because this is a little bit longer. And then decorate with the same paper just round the sides. I won't do it on the bottom, but I'll do a piece on the front on all 4 sides round. So you've then got a box that contains all your cards. But I think for a set of cards, they are really pretty, and you're just using, as I say, 3 sheets of 6x6 paper and just a few little embellishments, but really easy and simple to do. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind. And please, if you haven't, look at subscribing and hitting the notification button. And, you know, I love your comments that you all leave. So thank you so much. See you again soon. Bye-bye.